Hello, A Day with Caleb, and we are back this time talking about biggest box office failures. We have a list of 35 films. That is a lengthy list. Our previous videos, I think, hovered around 20, but we are stepping it up a notch with 35 box office failures, starting with one of the biggest box office failures, and that is Cutthroat Island. Does anybody remember watching Cutthroat Island? We watched it a couple of times on TV, and I think I have it in my collection on VHS or something. Borderlands, this one is a fresh wound, fresh off the theater run. Its short theater run, I think it lasted less than a month, if that, 5 or 6 weeks. Uh, but disaster from Eli Roth, which he's a great kind of indie horror film director. We actually saw him at Wizard World, Philadelphia, I believe. We did his Q&A with his newest film, Then, which hadn't been released. The movie where is it Green Inferno? Yes. So inches away from Eli Roth, we were in the front row, did get a selfie, and then his Thanksgiving was a good horror film. I believe they're doing a sequel, but Borderlands was just not the movie. I, there's a breakdown of the special effects. I forget the channel I watch all the time, but they react to different CGI and practical effects. They broke down Borderlands. Battleship, based on the Mattel board game, and they tie in aliens, and Rihanna, I believe, was in that movie. Not, I like the effort they tried. They tried it. It was just not very successful. And that guy that starred in that film also starred in John Carter. Not Edgerton. What is this guy's name? Comment down below the guy who starred in two box office failures in the same year, Battleship and John Carter. Why didn't they call it John Carter of Mars like the books? I don't know. But John Carter, I think we saw both of these in theaters, actually. Uh, I think we were still in high school, and your friends want to hang out, so you go to a movie like once or twice, or sometimes even 3 times a week, because we were homeschooled, so we had plenty of free time. I do remember liking John Carter better than Battleship. The BFG, directed by a great filmmaker, Steven Spielberg. This is probably the bottom of his list, maybe right there with West Side Story. That one you could have kept the original classic and, not done anything, but BFG, not a good movie. Ballistic X versus Sever, Antonio Banderas, in a pretty good movie, but a box office failure. I think they didn't really market it well. Black Adam with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, with the cameo from Superman himself after a lengthy hiatus because they never made a Man of Steel movie, which, you know, a lot of people are still upset about, uh, did not do well. I did like that Pierce Brosnan was in it and Hawkman. I do really enjoy Hawkman. I have a lot of his issues and Hawkgirl. And I do have a few Dr. Fates. That was Pierce Brosnan. Did not do well. Fantastic, the Josh Trank Fantastic Four, which we talked about in a previous video. Uh, the direction, the tone was not there. Not a success. Doolittle, not the Rex Harrison Doolittle, but Doolittle with Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland voices one of the animals. I forget which one. Comment down below which animal Tom Holland voices. That's all I remember. Robert Downey Jr. and a bunch of animals. Was he the squirrel? I don't know. Cowboys and Aliens. Again, a cool idea of a movie, and the visuals were great. Harrison Ford is in it. A good concept, you know, cowboys taking on aliens. It's a really cool idea. Then you have, you know, he has the bracelet he wears, which could be fun, but some of the execution wasn't there. Again, I enjoy Cowboys and Aliens, but this one I did not enjoy. G. Lee with Ben Affleck and J-Lo. Not a good film at all. And I think this is right when they got married the first time. Got remade a second time. That is now not anymore. I think they did a movie together right before the second divorce, if I'm not mistaken. Good Dinosaur, not a good film at all. It is my least favorite Pixar film. I would take Cars 2 over Good Dinosaur any day. Just nothing really to say, except it's Pixar dropped the ball on that one. Then we get to the Haunted Mansion, not the Eddie Murphy one in the early 2000s. This one being the Owen Wilson, Jamie Lee Curtis, right? She was in this. I'm forgetting who else, but the one that came out in 2023. Again, this is a movie I did enjoy. Not as good. I did not enjoy it as much as the Eddie Murphy one, but a good attempt. They had the Hatbox Ghost in there, but Dane DeVito, right, was in this, but just fell short of expectations, I think, from fans. Then Indy 5, Dial of Destiny. We thought Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was the low point for Indiana Jones. We were really, really mistaken by that comment. It used to be, not anymore. Dial of Destiny really, really went way below what Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. We thought the monkey scene with Shia LaBeouf was bad. The whole movie is that, essentially. It is so bad. And we're not talking about the Hidden Valley, like CGI, like de-aging stuff they did with Indy. You know, that was bad, but the story, the kind of leaps in logic you have to do for some of this, and, you know, that was in the other Indy and Jones films. I'm not saying that jumping out of a plane and inflating a raft is something that normal people would do, but not a good film. And I really was Looking forward to that film, but not a good one. Matrix 4, so good I forgot what the title was called. It's not Revolution, is it? That's the other one, I think. Comment down below, because I don't remember. Uh, Matrix 4, that was a failure. I think they're doing another one, just not with the Wachowski siblings now, with someone else. Mummy 2017, we've talked about this. Failure killed the Dark Universe on opening day. A good action suspense movie, not a good Universal horror monsters movie. And that's what we wanted. R.I.P.D. with Ryan Reynolds. Again, a cool idea, just not in execution. Sahara with Matthew McConaughey, Ethan Zahn. A good kind of treasure adventure film, just didn't do well at the box office. I think Josh still has a Sahara hat from, I think we won a screening or something. We went to theaters to see this Strange World. Really nothing to say about that film other than it is not good. Not good. I think I got like 10 minutes in and just stopped watching. Does it get better? Comment down below. I just didn't feel like slogging through that fest. So it didn't perform, I know that well. Tomorrowland, that one's kind of holds a special place in my heart. That one, we went with like 20 of our friends opening weekend, and I have a poster, George Clooney, and it's based on, Disney Parks Tomorrowland. It was a cool idea, just again, not execution wise, but that one failed. At the box office, Wonder Woman 1984, at least it wasn't 88, the year we were born. That would be a double whammy. Just not a good film. The first one, such a good war movie. Gal Gadot knocked it out of the park, and then this one was not good. Even though they had, the cheetah in there, it didn't work on many levels. Wish, have not seen to this day, and probably will not see ever. We quit Disney Plus just before the Wish came on there, and we saw the character's name. I keep forgetting what her character's name, but she was at Epcot. Didn't get a photo with her because I've not seen the movie, so obviously didn't connect. Valerian, a great movie actually, but underperformed at the box office. Tenet, Christopher Nolan. This one took me like 3 watches to really kind of understand what it was, and I think maybe that's why it failed a little at the box office. Stealth, pretty good idea, just not execution. The live action Mulan movie came out in a tough spot, but again, not a good movie. Monster Trucks, that one's a cool idea, but I don't think anybody was wanting to see that. Mortal Engines, Peter Jackson tried to set up at least a trilogy, if not a franchise. We do go into movies that failed to launch a franchise. 2, The Marvels. Oh, I had to be like restrained to finish that movie, and the singing scene was not good. I do like Miss Marvel, and I did like the first Captain Marvel movie, but not good. Lightyear, uh, some parts of it were good, but you could see the twist ending a mile away. Uh, Lone Ranger, again, cool movie based on a TV show. Johnny Depp, Army Hammer, but there's a lot happening. Some cool things, some not so cool things. Gods of Egypt. Uh, it's hard to really explain that one with the different size people. I'm not like like some are like 20 feet tall and some are 10 feet tall and some are normal size. That one was hard to wrap your mind around. Cats, based on the great Broadway musical with the voice of Oogie Boogie, Kim Page, who passed away, within the last year. Rest in peace. The movie not as good as the Broadway masterpiece. 47 Ronin with Keanu Reeves. They were trying to tap into that kind of sword and sandal, uh, kind of ninja stuff, mystical arts. It just didn't work. Then last and probably least, the 355, kind of trying to tap into that Mission Impossible spy versus spy kind of stuff, and it just didn't work for many reasons. Comment your comments down below. Do you think is the biggest box office failure? Tell me down below. Like, subscribe, share with a movie lover. Until next time, go out there and watch Lone Ranger and keep collecting.